Hey, what's going on YouTube? That's it, Teasy here, just bringing you guys an update video on my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact. It's been a little while since I've done a video, and I apologize, guys. I've had some health issues. 2018 was not a good year as far as health goes for me. 2019 has started off slowly but surely. I am working my way back to full health. But because of those things and work and everything like that, just haven't been able to put out as many videos as I'd like to. So this is really a catch-up video. I'm going to talk about the M&P 2.0 compact, and what I put in here was an Apex trigger. I've actually been running this trigger for over a year now, and I feel like I can give you guys a good comprehensive review on it. I really like this trigger a whole lot. So far with this gun, and I apologize again, I haven't really been able to do as much shooting as I'd like to. So in about 2 years, the 2 years that I've had this gun, I've put maybe probably close to 2,500 to 3,000 rounds through this gun. And that's just not a whole lot. I typically do that in previous years. I was doing that within 2 to 3 months. But I really like this trigger a whole lot. I'll show you guys the take up here, and there's not a whole lot of take up. Trigger pull is right at about 3.5 to 4 pounds. I really like this a whole lot, but let's go ahead and take a look at it here. I'll pull it closer so you guys can see. You know, there's a very short wall, or there's a very short take up, as you can see, and then I hit the wall there and the trigger will break. So not a whole lot of take up there in the trigger. And again, you're looking at 3.5 to 4 pounds. Let's cycle the slide. And then the reset is really nice. And this is one of my favorite things about the Apex trigger, especially for the M&P. Now, I haven't tried theirs in the Glocks or anything like that. But let's take a look at it here. So we'll let the trigger out. And it's very short, very crisp, very audible. I know a lot of people like to have that audible feeling or that audible click, or at least that that feel of the trigger resetting. And I like that a whole lot in this trigger. Very nice. One of the things I noticed when I purchased this gun, with the stock trigger, it was much better. It was a huge improvement over the 1.0, in my opinion. I know a lot of people still didn't care for the trigger as much. I did like it. But there was a huge take up on that trigger. Very huge take up. And that trigger, for me, for whatever reason, it sat out a little bit further than this Apex trigger does. So when you go to pull the trigger there, I mean, it seemed like it'd take forever to hit the wall, and then the trigger break, and then you'd have a long reset as well. You had a much more audible reset. You could hear it. You could also feel it a lot more in the 2.0 than you could the Gen 1s or the 1.0 M&P. But this Apex just cleans that up, makes it really nice, keeps the gun very accurate for me. Notice when I'm shooting at the range, when I had the original trigger in there, I would kind of fade to the left a little bit. I know a lot of people talk about trigger finger and trigger finger placement and things like that. You know, and in my shooting and in the time that I've been shooting, I've discovered that that was a myth. Again, it's just my opinion. I've seen several shooters slap the trigger and still be accurate. I've seen shooters actually, instead of just using the pad, actually take their finger and get it all the way in there like that, and they're still very accurate. So there's a myth out there that you have to use that pad, as far as I'm concerned, and that's just from what I've seen from other shooters and people being very accurate in their shooting when not using the pad of the index finger. So, but I did notice that I was shooting to the left a little bit, and once I added this Apex trigger in there, it just cleaned up real nice for me. And the gun just shoots really nice. I really like this. I'm glad M&P decided to do a version 2 of the M&P, and I'm really happy with this setup. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Again, I apologize. I haven't been able to do as many videos as I'd like, and typically they're just kind of the Contour HD videos where I've got it mounted to my Ear Pro. But hopefully I can do some more reviews this year. I've got a couple of things lined up, and look forward to sharing that with you guys. So I appreciate it a whole lot. You guys stay safe. We'll talk to you later. Peace.